Okay, good morning, guys. Sorry about that. I'm glad to see everybody here. Um, I know that we're going to be missing a few people this morning because they are attending Claire Fallon's funeral. Hang on a second, I need to mute everyone. Somehow there's some noise. Okay. Let me share my screen real quick. I guess that's what I want to share. Sorry, chaps, I think you're going to see yourselves. Do you see that Claire Fallon screen, guys? Somebody give me a heads up, thumbs up,
We see
wave.
Yes, we see it.
Okay, thank you. I know it's not in presentation mode. Okay, there we go. So for those of you who may not know, Claire Fallon passed away this week. And she was a mover and shaker in Northeast Charlotte. She moved here from New York. She was on city council for a while. She started the Northeast Coalition, and Jack Brosh served with her on that board. The Northeast Coalition kind of went away and maybe was sort of absorbed by University City Partners, perhaps, or the energy was absorbed there. But that is Claire Fallon. We are remembering her. She was somebody, a force to be reckoned with. She certainly was very passionate and very hardworking. Just a couple of years ago, she actually moved to Gastonia. And even at the age of 86, she got on Gastonia Planning Board. So this is a lady that was full of energy and, ready to do service for her community. So we remember Claire Fallon, and if you wanted to get to her service, it is today at 10:30 at Gethsemane Memorial Gardens, right on West Sugar Creek. So there's that. And with that, we're going to jump to introductions. I can figure out how to advance my screen. All right, chaps, sorry, I'm a bit discombobulated this morning. I'm Theresa McDonald. I am a realtor with Allen Tate. That's my career. My passion is Derita and doing what I can to promote and improve the area, and especially the perception of the area, because living here 15 years now, it's always bothered me that there seems to be a not ideal perception of the area, and I love it. It's very stable. It's got just about everything you could want on your doorstep. And sorry, and then my phone rings. No. Okay, sorry, chaps. All right, let's go on. Nadine Henry, you're next up on my screen, and I'll just call on you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Nadine Henry. I am a business person in the area. My business is Affairs to Remember. I do event planning, events on Zoom as well as in person, more Zoom now than ever. I have an event coming up on April 14th for infectious diseases and how to take care of them. If you work and you have to have education hours every year, you will get a certificate for 2 hours from this session. Every month I have a ladies' night out, and Teresa, I'll get the flyers to you for both of those. Also, I do live in the Sugar Springs neighborhood, and I'm proud to say that I have a new partner in crime, Mark, who's on the call with us today. I lost my other one because she moved. But Sugar Springs, we have a meeting tonight to start getting ready for the spring. Trying to get more people on to work on the board, deciding what event we will have for spring, do spring cleanup, yard sale, garage clean out, that sort of thing.
Nadine,
And thank you
here's
very
a reminder.
much.
DMW construction coming today.
Wonderful. Thank you,
Alexa,
Nadine.
turn off. Excuse
John
me?
Haig, Coig.
Hi, Jonathan Hoig, live in Allen Hills since '92 and retired.
To see you here. Pearl's iPad. Pearl, are you wanting to introduce yourself?
I'm sorry, I was not unmuted. I'm Pearl Lawrence. I am the chairperson of Precinct 146. We are meeting tonight for our last meeting for reorganization. And I ask you to please, if you're 146, to please join me. My number is 704-770-5859, and I can send you the Zoom information. I'm also on the HOA for Walnut Creek. Thank you.
Thank you, Pearl. So just remind us which is the voting place for precinct 146, and that way people will know if they're in that precinct or not.
What are you asking me?
Where is
I don't have the map in front of me now, and it would take too long for me to go
No,
find
I
it.
know. That's why I'm asking, where do you guys vote? What's the location?
Oh, we vote at the school.
Okay, the
Middle Creek.
Performance Learning Center?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, chaps. So yeah, a lot of people don't remember their precinct number. So
Right.
they usually know where they vote.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pearl. All right, next I've got, oh my gosh. Jeffrey Simpson.
Yes, good morning. I'm Jeffrey Simpson. I'm the president of the HOA for Farmington Owners Association. Yeah, and on a couple of other different boards in Charlotte, such as the CRC and also CRB. I know there's a lot of acronyms. Citizen Review Board, and also the Community Relationships Committee with Willie Ratchford. So purpose of my being here is that I've been taking the information that I've been learning in these meetings and passing it on not only to the board, but also when we do have meetings within the community.
Wonderful. I would love for you someday, maybe not today, but to tell us more about the Citizen Review Board and that kind of thing. Because, you know, a lot of people want to know how to get involved in different ways. So that's certainly one option.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Dawn Gibson, you're next.
Well, good morning, everyone. Yes, this is Dawn over in the Derita, Tanglewood community. And I'm not on any board, but we have been trying to organize some different things so we can really participate in a collective way. But I have been doing community activism for quite a while, and this is home, but I lived in different areas. And of course, coming back, we definitely need to, as Ms. Theresa was saying, you know, be a part of kind of revamping and reviving our area. So good morning to you all.
Good morning. Sarah Morton, you're next. or Sarah Morton Stubbs.
Hey, how are you, Teresa?
Hey.
Good morning. My name is Sarah Morton Stubbs. I live in downtown Derita and come from a family who's lived in the neighborhood for decades and decades. So I'm happy to be here. And I run a Facebook group called Buy Nothing Derita/Sugar Creek. And it's basically a way of making community and also just sharing resources. So if you have things you do not need anymore, listing them for someone to come swing by and pick up. If you're looking for something, you need something, you can list that too, and maybe someone can fulfill the need. So I'm happy to share that information. Teresa may have it in the slides, but either way, just want to be as integrated in the community as I can.
Yes,
Awesome.
please. Could you share
Thank
that
you,
information
Sarah.
in the comment?
Yeah, sure. I'll throw it in there.
Perfect. Thank you.
I do still have the slide, so it'll be in the slides when we come to it. But yeah, and look for it on Facebook. Great group. All right, Brandy.
Hi, my name is Brandy Lee, and I'm a part of the Oak Hill community, and I am a part of the board.
Hey, Brandy, and I'm sorry, I realize I owe you a call because I'm seeing now where I took down the note from your call. I'm so sorry. We'll catch up.
Oh,
Let me see who's next. Jack Brosh.
Good morning, Jack Brosh. I'm on the board of the Derita Statesville Road Community Organization and computer consultant specializing in DBA work and report writing, utilizing Crystal Reports, living off of Hubbard in the Kelsey Glen subdivision for what is now over 20 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. We, I think you may have missed it, I don't know, but I had a slide in honor of Claire Fallon, and so we'll come back to you after introductions if you want to add something, because I know you worked with her for many years.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, let's see, Mel Renner.
Good morning, longtime HOA president of the Forest Pond community, and I also serve on the board for the Derita Statesville Community Organization.
Welcome, Mel. David Oliver.
Yes, this is David Oliver, Oak Hill Community President. We will be having a little session tonight with our community leaders to discuss a few things to try to help with our community.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Mark W.
Hey team, it's Mark Watson. I'm Nadine's named new partner in crime for our little association over here. I was the one talking about a new park space, and I teased that last month, and I'm pleased to say that it's progressing, but I still don't have any firm details for you because I don't want to speak out of sequence. I want things to progress, and I don't want to say anything until it's actually confirmed. But so I guess it's just a hurry up and wait on that one. And I suppose I'll be done. Thanks.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, we'll be waiting for the big reveal. Thank you. Lathan Campbell.
Yes. Hi, it's Jill Stevenson. I've been sitting the entire time we've been on this call. I've been trying to figure out how to get my picture up there and my name, but for the life of me, I can't figure it out. But that's my son's, and I assume that was set up when he was doing the remote virtual school.
Yes.
So I'm not sure how to get that changed, but my name is Jill Stevenson. I am the longtime HOA president for General's Point off of Gibbon Road. I've been here a little over 20 years now. So just joining to kind of get information and to get and give information as I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Let's see, Shantae Bullock.
Hi, I'm Shantae Bullock. I am the president of the Scottsboro HOA, and that's it.
Great, thank you. Carrie Miller.
Hi, good morning. I'm Carrie. I live in the the Avalon Mallard Creek Townhome Community. I am on the board. I've been here for about 5 years now and love my community. I'm happy to be here.
That'll be the next thing. We'll have Amazon townhomes.
Well, that lets you know where my mind is. I'm at home and I'm thinking of Amazon right now.
I'm trying to see who I haven't called on. Charlene Henderson.
Good morning. How you doing, Miss Theresa?
Good morning.
I am asking a question first. Will you be in the shift to District 1? Are you in the shift to District 1 for the map?
Yes, I'm in precinct 26. Yes.
Okay. Well, I am.
Oh, I think you muted yourself. Hang on.
I got it now. I am Charlene Henderson. For those who do not know me, I am officially putting my name in the hat today at 11 o'clock for City Council for District 1. I am the communities liaison or the communications liaison for Hidden Valley. And I'm also the chair of Precinct 82. So 42, 82, and 26 are being shifted into District 1. And I wanted to make sure we all knew that the lawsuit is still pending. We're waiting on the judge to, I guess, render his final thoughts after we have our last say in this thing. So I will be getting off of here. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew the update. And if you have any questions, any concerns, or you just want to be a part of someone who has the voice of the voiceless, and I will be able to share my information within the chat, especially my website and my phone number, because what we're doing now is building up coalitions and partnerships with those who really want to be a voice in the community. For so long, we've lost that. And it's time that we begin to, reimagine what our city looks like together, all together. So thank you, Theresa, for that opportunity. And I look forward to any questions or if you would like to support or volunteer. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you, Charlene. I think there are a couple of other people running in District 1. So maybe next month we'll invite everybody to come and do a show and tell.
That's what it's about now. But at the end of the day, it's not about showing, it's about doing. And for so long, we've seen a whole lot of not doing. So it's time for a change.
All right, thank you. Anybody else on the call that I have not called on? I am struggling with the way these things are just shuffling around on me. I think I've got everybody. Let's see what's in the chat. All right, folks. Thank you for that. Let me move into the few updates that I have. Oh, hang on, no, before I do that, let's go back to Claire Fallon, because I know Jack might be heading off quickly, heading off to the service. So Jack, do you want to say anything about Claire, and then we'll move on with the rest.
Basically, Claire Fallon, for those that didn't know her, was the president of the Northeast Coalition, and back in the early noughts, 2002 and 3, we actually had two groups here that were responsible for the area. And when I say the area, basically Northeast Coalition, was involved in everything from what is now 485, what used to be Eastfield, over to the west side was 77, the east side was 85, and then down to W.T. Harris. Derita Statesville took everything from W.T. Harris down into the 485 Sugar Creek, Graham Street, over to 77 side, and Claire was instrumental in keeping that area organized, keeping us organized and everything, holding public meetings that were both informational as well as advocational, if you will. We advocated for a lot of commenting on a lot of rezoning efforts that were in this area back when Michael Barnes and Greg Phipps were on city council. She was married to a gentleman by the name of Tim. When he passed away in 2010, she ran for city council and won a seat on city council, where she served for a couple of years and then moved into the Gastonia area and continued her zoning efforts in the Gastonia area. And for those that may be interested, she's going to have a graveside memorial service this morning at 10:30, Gethsemane Memorial Gardens on Sugar Creek. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to attend. I've got some work situations I need to attend to. So I think that's about it.
Thank you, Jack. We had two other people join, and I'm sorry. Watching the waiting room at the same time is a bit of a challenge for me. Marjorie Parker, I believe you're from Hidden Valley. Welcome. With just a quick introduction.
Thank you. I'm Marjorie Parker, and I'm from Hidden Valley, and I hopped on this morning. Forgive me for not having my picture. I just hopped on, so I said, okay, I'm either going to be late or I'm going to get ready for the Zoom, so I just hopped on.
That's okay. I picked late and not ready for Zoom. Larry Logan, Harrington Woods.
Yes, good morning. This is Larry Logan. Apologize for being a little bit late. I'm currently the secretary for the Harrington Woods Homeowners Association, and I try to attend these meetings because it's very, very good information, particularly from a governmental perspective, that's valuable to our community. So thank you for allowing me to join.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what we have as far as updates go. If you're driving along Sugar Creek, you will see that this building is coming along. Sarah was kind enough to send me, and I invite all of you to send me pictures as you're driving around if you see anything that would be fun to have. But they have added beautiful yellow awnings on this building, and it looks awesome. This is a terrible rainy day picture. I've got to get a better one, but that building is coming along. I don't know yet if they've started advertising it. I know this unit, I think, is already leased to some kind of vape shop. And you young people on the call can tell me about vape shops. But actually, I don't even know if it's a vape shop. It's some kind of tobacco supplies thing. So we'll hope to find out more about that. But the other two spaces are available as far as I know. I haven't seen anything new, any progress on this big parcel here behind the BP and Wells Fargo, etc. But we expect something over there. It will be apartments, most likely 2- and 3-story little apartments, if that is what it's zoned for. I don't think there's anything new here. I did get news, and I hope it's reliable, that the fire department is using the Cole Memorial Church for various trainings. And that probably explains the delay in demolition over there. But that is something that we're expecting anytime. And if you're driving by and you see any action, if you can safely send me a pic, that would be wonderful. Food Lion, of course, there's nothing new here. Archwell Health has actually opened, and they are going to do a grand opening on the, I believe it's the 9th. I hope I'm correct on that, but I'll put it in the email. And they are offering various things for seniors. It looks like they're going to have a movie night once a month. And so it'll be sort of a mix of social and health and trying to be like a holistic senior healthcare center. So if anybody has any experience on that, once that all goes down, let us know. The old Walgreens at Harris Boulevard and Mallard Creek Road, that rezoning is still in process. Nothing, no community meeting announced yet. So we're keeping an eye on that. And if you get something in the mail.
Have you confirmed that's going to a QT, or is that going to something else?
It's Quick Trip. Quick Trip is the pursuing the rezoning.
Petitioner. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, I expect that's it. And the site plan here certainly is Quick Trip style. That's a very small picture, but it's yeah, it's Quick Trip. So if anybody, you know, that when they send out the notices for the community meetings, it should go to neighborhood leaders in the area, regardless of distance from the site. But that doesn't seem to happen reliably. But if you live close to the site, hopefully you would get a notice. And if you get a notice, let me know. Otherwise, it's a matter of, you know, checking the website periodically for updates. So just let me know if you see anything that I should know about. A couple of things, I'll just keep these slides rolling. The Derita Cleaners does have a new owner and it looks like an owner-tenant, not owner-tenant. The owner is operating the business out of their Kubik's African Fashions. They were in progress, moving in and so on. I haven't seen if they've opened yet or what. So, but that is coming. Hopefully we'll get some update on the Robinson House event space in a little bit. Wellpath is moving in here. I don't think they've completed their move-in yet. And we're still working on this vacant building here, which was Derita Soda Shop at one point and maybe a pharmacy at another point. Right now it's vacant and a bit of a nuisance, attracting, you know, activity that we don't really want. So working on that. This is all just from last month, the various things that are going on. As you're driving around, you'll see the construction happening in all these areas, adding certainly hundreds of housing units in our area. Two updates, or a couple of updates from that are new this month, where I was able to find more information. At Neil Road and IBM Drive, that big construction happening over there. They have, it's the Wayford at Innovation Park. So it's a 210 unit rental townhome community. Pretty fancy. They have Wayford at Concord, and you can go to that link and sort of see all the things. I don't know the exact rental amounts, but not inexpensive, I'm sure. That's what's coming there. I was able to find the name for the apartments coming at University City Boulevard, that huge parcel, 71 acres between Neil Road and I-85. Not much information on Elan University City, but they do have Elan at Mallard Creek, so I linked that, and this is a picture of their pool. So some of these apartment communities are like resorts. If you're a realtor like me, it's hard to help people buy houses once they've lived in places like that, because you just cannot find those kind of amenities in just a normal little old neighborhood. But that looks very nice. And then Derita Townhomes, I wasn't able to find if they've actually renamed it, and maybe Mel can let us know if they're actually knocking buildings down. The last I saw, they had removed all the windows, and it wasn't clear to me that they were gonna knock it down or if they were gonna renovate what's there. But that little townhome community changed hands. The new owner is Oak Tree Apartments and Townhomes, and they're definitely bringing a major redevelopment or renovation or something over there. And that's right on Rumpel Road. I don't expect, Rumpel Road is one way in, one way out. So unless you live off Rumpel Road, you wouldn't be driving by there. Rezonings, the only we have 3 rezonings still pending. The biggest one is 7.4 acres. It's right here in Allen Hills, my neighborhood. And they're looking to put in townhomes, a little townhome community over there. They do have the community meeting is set for next Thursday, 6 p.m. at the little church in Allen Hills, Christian Family Baptist Church. So if you're interested, the developer did reach out to us. He presented something to our group a couple of months back. He's been out to the Allen Hills community meeting. You know, they're working hard to work with the community with this development. So hopefully make everybody happy, even though it's hard to lose a big patch of woods. There's significant buffers. There's a stream that runs through there. So there's significant buffer between this proposed development and Cardinal Glen. And then it backs up to Churchill Road in Allen Hills. And some of those neighbors on Churchill Road are obviously very interested to know what it's going to look like from their backyards. So I guess that would be the focus of the meeting is the buffers between the existing single family and these townhomes. So mark your calendar for that community meeting. I will be in Tennessee, so I will not be able to attend. But I know that Allen Hills, Cary Hills, and anybody who's interested is welcome to attend. And I just keep these slides in with all our approved rezonings. This one is actually approved. That's Innovation Park. It's really a redevelopment. It's an office park kind of off IBM Drive. It's University City officially. It's in their tax service district, but we count it as Derita because it's within the Harris Boulevard 85-77 boundaries. So we count that. And certainly all of this is good, can only be good for Derita because these redevelopments bring jobs and more residents, which brings more investment. Just links to all the other rezonings. Here's the slide for the Buy Nothing group. Sarah, if you want to say something more, you are welcome at this time, but I'll keep this slide going. I think it's a wonderful effort to connect neighbors and just do a better job of repurposing items, household items, and also finding items if you're looking.
Yeah, nothing really to add. Obviously, the bigger a group is, the more stuff there is to be exchanged. So just encourage you to join if you haven't already and invite your neighbors.
Yeah, look for that on Facebook, guys. It's Nadine, if you look at last month's slides, you'll find that there. And then also the link is in the slide for the Facebook page. So hopefully you guys can connect and get more of that going. And Derita News, I'm also maintaining Derita News, or at least trying to put more updates through the month on the Derita News Facebook page. And I'm very grateful if you guys send me pictures or tips or something so that I can use it. I spotted yesterday at the Food Lion at Harris Boulevard, the new Food Lion, I spotted Fire Truck 22 doing their shopping in the vegetable section, and I was too shy to take a picture, or ask them if I could take a picture. So need some non-shy people to do these things. Anyway, keep an eye on that. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and look for Derita News and follow that. And the more interaction we have over there, the better, and the more we can get updates in a more organic way to people. This is just a link to the map. So however you want to find this information, I try to keep the map updated. I haven't added everything so far from today. There's an icon for everything that I've pretty much talked about, but when there's new information, it may not be necessarily updated here, but there are links always, and then the links will have the updated information. So as you can see, lots of things in flux all around. This is downtown Derita here. And then the little commercial center over there at Mallard Creek and Harris Boulevard. And then the green are rezonings, mostly residential rezonings that have been approved and have either started construction or we'll start seeing construction. So it's really the same information, but just presented on the map so that you can get a geographical idea. And now we've come to neighborhood updates. I know a lot of you squeezed some stuff in your introductions, but if anybody has anything from your neighborhood, anything of general interest to people.
Theresa, if I can jump in, this is Jeffrey Simpson of Farmington.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know the excitement would catch on as much as the excitement was for me, but I just saw in the chat someone had a question, which I will be contacting them later, in that my community, for the first time in 31 years, if you call it from the last meeting, for the first time in 31 years, passed an amendment basically to change a couple of the items in there, one pertaining to the fees and the other with regards to privacy fence. The next huge endeavor is going to be with regards to addressing our concern with regards to renters. The two things that we are going to address, one is with regards to caps, and the other one is with regards to basically a bit of restrictions, if you will, pertaining to the rules and how they can go about screening and things of that sort. I mean, we can't get into a thing of crossing the line of fair housing or discrimination, but there are things we can do. So the person that did send me a note. I will be contacting them and giving them more information on this. Also, with regards to when I mentioned the CRB, which is the Citizen Review Board, we are going to, in cooperation with the CRC, which is the Community Relationship Committee, going to have a town hall so that people understand what the Citizens Review Board does when people are experiencing things pertaining to excessive use of force, things of that sort. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I thought I'd throw that out there. And yes, we are definitely excited. I'm holding the paper in hand with regards to it being filed at the registration of deeds with regards to that amendment change. And I just thought I'd share that excitement again.
Yes, thank you. And as a realtor, we're trying to update our records, our knowledge on the changes to HOA, the covenants and restrictions, etc., in some of the HOA neighborhoods. So I would appreciate a heads up on that so that I can update my spreadsheet with that information. And then the town hall that you mentioned, do you know when that will be, or?
We're just in the beginning points of that.
Of planning.
It's bigger than I thought with regards to the interest, because it's not just a one specific group of people that experience a lot of this, but there's others who basically are silenced because of their fear of, truthfully speaking, deportation and things of that sort. So they're afraid to report things. So it's gonna be interesting how this rolls out. I'm pretty sure that Chief Johnny probably is going to be part of this, and others, because it's beginning to balloon with regards to getting exposure as to what can and cannot be done.
Yeah, it's interesting. What we hear a lot on this call is that there's not enough police presence. So yeah, it's kind of like, how do you achieve that balance between a police presence that maybe deters a lot of criminal activity and like over exuberant police action for like minor petty stuff? And I think getting citizens involved is the way to do that. All right. Anybody else got anything? Mel, have you spotted anything over at Derita Townhomes? An update? I drove by probably a month ago.
No, I'm rather uncertain like you as to whether or not they're going to renovate or tear down. So I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, let me know.
I wanted to say something quickly. I don't have too much with shared interest, but I did want to share this. Mark your calendars for May 21st. We're going to try to have a fundraiser and festival with a new city initiative as well, Play Street 704. Have you all heard of that? Where you block off a block of the street for an activity to encourage walking and biking, but we were planning at Hidden Valley School, May 21st. Just mark your calendars. I'll give you more details at the next meeting. But I had a couple of questions. One other thing I wanted to add, we did meet with developer Elite Management for rezoning on the property at Wellingford and Hershey Street, which is right off of North Tryon. And we asked they wanted to do 3 to 4 stories on 1 acre plot down there. And we told them that we didn't want that, and we wanted nothing higher than 2.5 stories. So they came back and sent it in writing that they would only do the 2 stories. So that was just an accomplishment for us with the rezoning, because a lot of times with the rezoning, you think it's already a done deal and there's nothing, they're not going to listen to me, that sort of thing. So I just wanted to, just give that information that when we met with the Elite Management with the rezoning and the attorneys, they did come back and honor what we asked.
Do you know the rezoning number by chance, or just repeat the location and I'll look it up?
Hershey and Wellingford, and I have the rezoning notice in my book bag, but
Yeah.
it's in the living room, so I'm not gonna try to stop and get up and go get that.
No, that's
But
fine.
it's right off of North Trine on Wellingford. It was actually what I consider 2 lots that they were wanting to build 3 and 4 story apartments.
Is it right on North Tryon?
It's right off of North Trine, right there at Wellingford.
Okay.
Wellingford it's a check cashing place there.
Okay.
Yes, before you get up to where the old Kentucky Fried Chicken used to be.
Okay.
On that same side. But the point of me telling you that is that it was just wonderful for someone to finally listen to us.
Right.
And then send it to us in writing that they would be sending that to the city, and they changed the date on the final hearing. They moved it out for us, so that was some good cooperation with these developers.
Yeah.
I thought it was a victory for us over here in Hidden Valley, considering it was only 2 little lot one was I think it was 1 acre. So it wasn't very big. And I just thought that having 4 stories there was going to be just overwhelming for the few single family homes. And they wanted to change it from single family to conditional, I believe, was what they were asking for.
Yeah. All right.
But I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Do you all know what's going on at Trine Mall? What's going to be coming there? Anybody know anything about that yet?
I had a conversation with a consultant that is working for, I guess, and it was just a preliminary conversation, so I didn't get much information about who he was and what they're doing. I believe they've been talking to some people in Hidden Valley as well, but it was a consultant for the developer or the possible buyer for that property.
Okay.
And yeah, it's ripe for redevelopment. I mean, it's just been run into the ground. So yeah.
Yeah, not all progress is bad. I like some progress is needed, but this is my 3rd month with we have a whole entirely new board. So I just want to make sure that we find out information.
Yeah. Send me and you can email it, or if you're the right person, and I'll make sure that he has your contact information, because I asked him if he had talked to people from Hidden Valley and he said he had. So I don't know who he's talked to.
Probably Charles Robinson a while back, but he has moved on to another project.
Okay. Yeah, and it was very early days, but they hired the consultant because they want to be sensitive to what the community wants.
That's why,
etc.
Right.
So I will pass on that.
Do. And it's Hidden Valley Communications @gmail.com.
Okay, I think that's the email address I have. Yes. But yeah, it will be very exciting to see that redeveloped. I mean, there are wonderful small businesses in there that I still support, and I would hate to see them disappear. Although I know Lee's Sandwiches, I think he may be getting ready to retire. He was trying to sell his business, I heard.
Okay.
But yeah, some of those, Dragon Court is hands down the best Chinese food, fresh Chinese food in town.
It's okay. I
didn't
know that.
But you know, you got to brave the craters in the parking lot, and
I know.
you know, and the mall itself is in such disrepair. So
Oh, the mall is terrible. I hadn't
yeah.
even gone through the parking lot in a couple of years. So
Yeah, no, I still make my way there. When we were fixing our house here in Derita 15 years ago, that's where we picked up our lunch on our work days. We would go and get Lee's or Dragon Court, and we still do. It just, but yeah, it's going to be redeveloped because of course it's within a half mile, I'm pretty sure, of the light rail station. Maybe it's a bit more than a half mile, but
oh yes, I mean it's prime property for
Yeah.
redevelopment. That's for sure.
yeah.
We just want to be at the table. We have an entirely new board.
Yeah.
And we've been getting quite a few things accomplished since we started. We just got started January and February, and
Good.
so we've been getting things accomplished. So I'm still trying to find out. Have you heard anything about the Corridor of Opportunity? I haven't heard anything.
No, I did hear that they contacted me for a quote or something. So they were getting ready to do something more, but what with the stage they're at is I guess assessing the various different ideas for projects that for that money, and I believe it's a few $1 million that they have to spend in the corridor, and just trying to identify projects that would be what they call a quick win. So, you know, something really visible to the community and something useful, something the community wants.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll try to find an update on that, but they will share with us at some point.
They will.
What projects they've identified, and I think we'll even have an opportunity for input there to you know, to prioritize.
Well, we gave and you all did too, because I saw the folder. We did a entire folder of what needs to be improved, what needs to be removed, and what needs to be added.
Yeah.
So the pictures and everything, the assignment we had to put in the Google folder.
Yes, yeah, we did a bunch of that stuff too.
Right.
So yeah, that's exciting. And whether or not they have the funds for everything that people want right now, the playbook will be the document that will inspire stuff for the next, you know, up to 15 years, when especially developers like these guys who are considering Asian Corners Mall, they will have that, which has a lot of input from the community to inform, you know, what they plan. So, because most developers really, even though they get a bad rap, they want to build something that the community appreciates.
Yes.
And that is going to have value. So,
well, it's just that I guess I get leery when they want to change from single family to multifamily in my area.
Yeah,
we've had a fight about that.
Yeah, I know. And it's, you know, with Sugar Creek and North Tryon being significant roadways, they're gonna be, I mean, that's been the plan, that density would be along those corridors, and now you have the light rail adding another whole
yes, I just want to make
pressure.
sure that this little neighborhood down in Hidden Valley is protected. And, you know, we have the UDOs coming with the tri-levels and the duplexes, and along with the single family homes. So right now we're getting buried right down into this little area, and we want to be able to age in place to be able to, you know, get out to the grocery store when 10 years from now, I don't want the children to have to come in here and get me out because I'm too scared to drive.
Oh, my goodness.
Because
Yeah, yeah, that's
yeah,
important.
yeah, because we got Sugar Creek, we got Tom Hunter, and we got Trine. Those
Yeah,
state roads are major cut throughs.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, thank you for being here. Hidden Valley is our partner just up the road on Sugar Creek. So we
Oh,
need to
yes.
keep our lines of communication open because we're connected.
Yes, we definitely are. So Knight, thank you for letting me bring those things to the forefront or ask those questions.
Okay, great. Anybody else got anything to add? We're right at 10 o'clock, and I do want to stop for those who want to head off to Claire's memorial. Anybody else got anything to add? I will make a slide. I need to make a note for myself, but there is some very good news that I discovered around parks that I did not know before, that there's a huge parcel of IBM Drive that has been passed over to the city. It was IBM property and not the city, the county. So that will be a future park, probably something like a nature preserve type of park. I'm not sure because it's mostly creek and woods over there, and I don't see them clearing that for ball fields or anything, but I will share that in the slides and more about it next month. And then of course Mark has something else in that general area over there, the Mineral Springs area, good information about a park. So we'll that's good news. All those things add to quality of life. It's a key measure of quality of life to have a park, preferably within a 10-minute walk, but we're a long way from that in the university area.
Teresa?
Yes.
I'd love to give a shout out to one of our businesses, Derita Dairy.
Yes.
I don't know if it's still, I've had the pleasure of going for a couple of weeks now, and I've made contact with the owner. She sets up at the time that our meetings are, so she can't attend. But I told her she could always get the tape of it.
Yeah.
But the food is excellent. The service is fast. I get the fried chicken sandwich, and I haven't had one like that in a long time.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Derita Dairy Bar. Best hot dogs if you've ever got a hankering for a hot dog. And then they do a bunch of healthy options too. You can get, a vegetable and rice plate that is just also delicious, like hibachi. I think she calls it hoodbachi.
But
yeah, very good.
If you do go, please let them know that you are part of the Derita Business Association. They love hearing about our support.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. She is on our list. I think she gets our emails, but I know she's busy. That's the problem with a lot of people with storefronts. There's no way that they have time to do this kind of meeting. So we just support all our local businesses. It's Maria's son at Maria's Grill. Maria's son is now in Charlotte, and I've got to get an update from them, but I'm hoping that he's going to bring the energy to Maria's Grill that will perhaps open in the evenings for dinner. Who knows? That's just my wishful thinking. Don't quote me on that. Anybody else?
Teresa, one quick one. Just an acknowledgement. I'm not for sure how many people are familiar with this person. She's done a lot over the years in the community. You probably saw it on television. She's in hospice care right now. So your thoughts and prayers out to this person, which is Ella Scarborough.
Yes, thank you. Ella Scarborough is a county commissioner um, and in hospice care. Sylvia's not on our call today, but she worked many years with Ella at Duke Energy. So yes, we'll keep her in our thoughts and prayers, because it sounds like she's going through a tough time. Thank you, David. Anything else? And then I will wrap it up. Last call.
Yeah, Teresa, I was looking on the news on, I think, WCNC, and they had something what Mel was talking about the trash. In the last 3 years, trash and litter has been a very much of a problem. I think it said it went up to, I think, 1.3 million tons of trash being in the area. So you or anybody else can look that up, and you can probably see the article about it. They was also saying about, getting volunteer groups and things to possibly to help in certain areas. But I know Mel was kind of talking about a lot about the trash, but I think it was a couple of days ago, but I may can send you the article about it. You can just kind of pass it on. But it was just talking about how it has increased. They say some of it is because of the COVID times, and also because of more residents in the community area.
Yes, thank you. I did see that article, and gave me some comfort that it's not just our area. But yeah, a huge problem. The record number of pounds of litter was picked up. And actually the city picked up in Allen Hills on Allen Road South. They came and picked up over there, which is all private property. So I hope those property owners are going to get a bill from the city, but at least it was done, and we appreciate that. I see a question from Dawn. The town hall that I think you're talking about, the town hall that Jeffrey mentioned, was maybe
Yes,
for the Citizens Review Board.
Okay.
And the Community Relations Committee. Yeah, oh, there we go. He's answered. Yeah, so we'll get more information. They're in the early planning stages for that town hall. But then the various HOAs all over are contemplating or have passed rental restrictions. And the goal is really to prevent the big Wall Street companies from buying up properties to rent. Whatever you may think of that, it's not necessarily anything against renters. It's these large absentee landlords that don't necessarily have a stake in the community, and don't always maintain and obey HOA rules or make sure that their tenants do. So that's the other thing that's going on as far as rental restrictions, and we're seeing it. Most HOAs are discussing it in one way or another, unless they're already in the position where they have more than 30% rentals, and then it's probably too late to do any of those restrictions.
Well, thank you. That's great. My mother had an incident in her neighborhood, and the neighborhood is filled with more elderly people, and they're having to deal with a lot of renters. A lot of them are very scared. So that would be good information to have. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I agree. I just had a conversation with our management company yesterday, and this is Jill Stevenson with General's Point. We are starting those discussions as well. I was going to mention it earlier when the gentleman was talking about it, but yes, we are trying to make changes or start the process of well, I just reached out to find out exactly what needed to be done to amend or change our CC&Rs to put those restrictions in place. So we are starting those conversations here as well.
Yeah.
Because
now,
literally every house that I can look out my window and see right now on each side of me and in front of me is a rental property. And it's very, like you said, it's landlords who are missing in action and are very hard to get them to follow through with things that are going on with their the people renting the properties. So
Right. Yeah, that's that will be interesting. And if you talk with David and a couple of the other HOA presidents, Jeffrey, Potter's Glen, he's not on the call today, Vincent, but they did pass something in their neighborhood. You guys can all kind of figure it out, and your management companies for sure know, because they're helping HOAs all over with these changes, because there's definitely a great demand to try to make these changes. And what they consider is either a rental cap on the percentage, the maximum percentage of rentals in a neighborhood, and then also a restriction that you have to occupy it as an owner occupant for a year or 2 years before it can be converted into a rental. And probably a combination of those two is what is really needed for just kind of stability in a neighborhood. And I don't know where the evidence is. You know, a lot of this is just people's experience and so on. And I would hope to actually see some evidence that the percentage of rentals is a direct cause of issues in a neighborhood. But anyway, people are moving on regardless. So we'll follow that and welcome you guys to share what you're doing with each other. At one point, I was hoping to have a separate meeting for the HOAs. I wasn't able to pull it off, but we may be able to put that together with as more and more people want to be sharing information within Derita HOA leadership and community, engaged residents with specifically that kind of action and interest. So we can talk more about that. And then I think that's everything for today, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and we'll see you next month. Will be April. Oh, I can't see it quickly enough. Anyway, first Thursday in April, and look out for the slides and the email.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
good month.
Have a great rest of the week.
Same to you. Thank you.
thank you, everyone.